Ladies and gentlemen, now today, welcome to my year and a bit box tour on 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. Now, I don't think it's too much of a secret that we spend a little bit of money on this mobile video game, man. And especially over the last few months as well, dude. Oh, gosh, we've just gone all out on every single banner, man. Like, every time a new unit drops, it's like 6-6, day one in, like, a massive summon stream. And they're always, like, very interesting, man. Very salty at certain points, but I think we've had, like, some pretty fair luck overall when it does come to the summons. So, yeah, we're currently sitting at $45,000 spent over the last year and a bit. And that is an extortionate amount of money, man. It's so much money. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I would not be in the position that I'm currently in where I can drop that crazy amount of money on a mobile video game if it weren't for the support of so many of you out there. The only reason I can wail so hard is because this channel, man, for some reason, some of you guys take pity on me, you smash that like button, you'll stay to the end of the videos, you know, some ad revenue comes in, and your boy can continue wailing. So I appreciate you guys putting up with me. It's very, very much appreciated. But yeah, we're not doing too bad, man. For every dollar, you know, we spent $45,000 on 7 Deadly Sins, and for every dollar that we spent, we've made about 2 back. So we're doing all right, man. We're still in some very, very good bucks, and still in terms of my YouTube channels, because I've been a professional YouTuber now, I say professional, air quotes there, I've never really considered myself much of a professional, but I've been doing YouTube full-time for almost about 5 years now, man. So one of the things that allow me to get a massive start is just having kind of the finance and income from my main channel, where we play Marvel Contest of Champions. But yeah, I like to think nowadays, I don't really have like a main game. Like, I play both of the games like kind of equally, man, and there are some days where I'll be grinding out the 7 Deadly Sins content. You open up YouTube, there'll be like 7 videos, and there'll be some days where, you know, there's absolutely nothing, but you check the Marvel channel, there's like 4 or 5 videos. So yeah, it's just really fun to have that freedom to go in between 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross and Marvel Contest of Champions, and kind of just play like what I'm feeling, what I'm enjoying, and just have like a little bit of fun, man. So yeah, thank you all so much for giving me that freedom just to like play the games I enjoy and have a really good time on a daily basis, man. I always like look forward to getting up in the morning and just like working on content for both of the channels, and there's still so much stuff I want to do on 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. One thing I've been trying to focus on, especially in the last couple of months, you might have noticed on the channel, is kind of more guides, more informational content. But yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying that kind of stuff. But if there's anything else you want to see, let me know. Any recommendations in the comment section. I always do read like the comment sections on pretty much every video. So yeah, anything, man, just like put it below and I'll see it. I can't promise on delivering on everything, but I do take a lot of feedback into consideration. But anyway, Seatin, you've been waffling on so much, I don't care about you, I just want to see the goddamn box. So yeah, this is it from kind of top to bottom. It says it's ranked by favorite champions, but dude, I'll tell you what, Green Liz, why is she up there? Why is she my favorite champion, bro? I haven't played this gal once. So yeah, we got her, Assault Melee, Nanashi, Wing Delane, the one Escanor, like everybody in the box apart from a certain few characters are 6-6. So yeah, scrolling down, man, we've both of the super rare top 100 PvP characters. So we got Waylu and also, what is it, Blue Human Form Hellbrum. And both of the characters are absolutely trash. They're terrible. But they're very rare, they're very exclusive. So I guess there is that as well, man. Blue Derriere, I do need to do a video on some point, man, because I still haven't like properly tested her out on Global. But she's been pretty easy to play around so far whenever I've matched into her. We've also got all of the Slime, Attack on Titan characters, King of Fighters characters, 6-6 as well. And then scrolling down, yeah, we got Meliodas, the Elaines, the Arthurs as well. And then a lot of the, lower rarity units at kind of level 80. Everybody in the box as well is like fully 4-star Super Awakened now, aside from my Fraudrin, who is purposely still at level 20, and he's not upgraded as well, just for Fraudrin cheese stuff. Although I'm a little bit tempted to fully upgrade my Fraudrin and play around with him at level 80, but it's also one of those things that Frowdren's like so good for all sorts of cheesy stuff that yeah, he's like really good to have like unleveled there, or the lowest possible level that you can have him. But yeah, there's still like a few units toward the bottom of the box that I do need to get to level 80, but everybody is now, what is it, 6-star awakened and 4-star super awakened. Now, in terms of the gear sets, let's talk about those for a second as well, because one thing as well, playing in the top guild on the server, Zenith, and also doing Guild Wars for the last few months, man, I've had to build out so many UR gear sets, it's absolutely ridiculous. I now have 42 UR gear sets on this account, man. So yeah, we got 2 sets for Escanor, we've got like a perfect health and defense set, and also a, what is it, near perfect attack set as well, with crit damage, and again we can be a bit versatile, so if we want to go for like attack defense or like health and crit damage, we have the option to change those around depending on the scenario and what we need there. So yeah, 2 sets for Escanor, Tarmiel set, Mega Rugal Pierce set, we have a health set for Zeldris and also an attack set as well, Esterosa set, health set on Kyo there, man, that was really good for the tournament. Haven't played Kyo too much since the release of 1 Escanor, man, but yeah, Kyo's still a really cool character, man. I think the 1 Escanor is just bad news for pretty much like every single unit in the game, but especially red units on top of that, and also having his passive as well to remove debuffs does not bode too well for Kyo, but Kyo definitely had a good time during the Lost Vein meta. Got a set for Hendrickson, King as well, nice health set there, my pride and joy, my Sariel set, man. We got, what is that, attack crit damage there, but I love Sariel. I've built him like a near perfect set on both of my accounts, and he really is a set and character that I've just thrown like everything into on my free-to-play, and on my free-to-play I think I've only got like 8 UR sets in comparison, so yeah, to give you a bit of an idea, 8 versus 42, there's definitely a fairly big gap there. Also a set for Goddess Liz, Shin as well, we have a set for attack, 2 crit damage, mainly for auto farming, man, because I've tried to make a few Shin PvP videos, but every time I go to record PvP with Shin, I just get wrecked, man. He's so incredibly flimsy in PvP and very easy to take down, so yeah, maybe one of these days we'll pull it off, but Shin, I just never have a great win ratio with. Death Pierce health set in the back for certain crit teams as well. We've got 4 attack and also 2 crit damage. Actually, these are my Zeldris pieces on Derriere. I do need to make some specific crit damage pieces in all fairness, but most of the time I end up using Derriere. Again, it's just for PvE, so I don't necessarily need specific UR crit damage pieces for her there. And then we've also got a health set on Droll, really strong one on Droll, man, pretty much perfect for the most part. Yeah, I love Droll, man, like green Droll before the release of the 1 Escanor and Sariel was just my friggin' boy, and nowadays blue Droll's definitely got his uses, and Droll, like, I think he's going to be a character that for a very long time is going to have his just uses and scenarios in PvE, and also for the Season 4 Knighthood boss, man, Droll is just insanely good. So yeah, pretty happy with that health set, and also he's fantastic for certain stuff in Guild Wars as well. Glock's got a really good health set on, dude. I love Glock's. Glock's is absolutely insane for Guild Wars. Has literally been my like attack MVP. Glock's is so good for keeping the whole team alive, and I'm very excited to do some what is there, Guild Wars content with like Glock's Assault Melee, and yeah, Commandment Team as well. That should be a bit of a fun time. And then we got Health Cell Melascula, built that the other week with the release of Assault Melee. We've got a 4 attack, 2 crit damage set on Arthur. We also have a health set available for Arthur as well, so if I'm using him association, I'll go for the health set, but if I want to use Green Arthur, the really OP one for PvE, then yeah, we'll go for the what is it, attack crit damage there. Helbram has Ludo's set on because I was using him for Guild Boss there, but yeah, Ludo's set is like absolutely perfect. Everything is perfectly rolled there. We're not missing like a single combat class on Ludo's set, man. I wanted to make sure that I had a set that was just like sorted till the end of time. We also have a set for Griamore, mainly for association for Deanne. Currently my Meliodas attack set is on Hauser. Hauser also has his own UR gear set as well. Who's on Gila? We have Frowdren's set. I made Frowdren a set recently because Frowdren, the green Frowdren, is actually really good for Guild Wars defense, because as long as you have UR gear on your defenders, or I guess even in ungeared in the future, the defenders always have higher combat class, so yeah, it just locks out the offense from using any alt gauge for 2 turns, and Frowdrome works really well in combination with Archangels or the Pierce team, because it like counters Festival King and Lost Vein Alt Rush, and those are really like the 2 teams that are very good at dealing with a lot of the harder nodes. So yeah, Frowdrome's actually like top tier for Alliance War defense there, so that's why we built a set for him. We've also got a health set and an attack set for Merlin, health set for Gotha. We got 2 health sets for Diane, because you'll very often like need a Diane, what is it, on the main team, but then also one of the subs might be Diane on top of that. So yeah, I ran into a few scenarios where I needed like 2 sets for Diane, and plus especially for Guild Wars as well, man, just very, very helpful to have because there are so many Dianes in the game. And yeah, we've also got a Pierce set for Meliodas as well, so this one mainly goes on the Blue D melee if we ever play him. To be fair, I really haven't played Pierce for like a couple of months. Ever since getting Sariel, man, it's just like any bursty PvE scenario, I just rather use like Green Arthur and Sariel to get it done a little bit quicker. So yeah, Pierce doesn't really get used in all fairness. We've also got a near perfect health set for Meliodas as well, either for association or using him on frontline. And then we got UR gear for like Mikasa, Roxy, Easton, Valenti. These 3 I did primarily for Guild Wars, and also a little bit of fun as well. Lilia, we got the UR set from back in the day, man. You know, Lilia is not bad to UR, but is not really that relevant nowadays, I would say, for top tier PvP content. Also the health set that I was talking about earlier for Arthur. We actually did build an attack set for Mai at one point. I was having so much fun playing her. I was like, oh yeah, we might as well, mate. That's the set for Hauser. We do have a set for Barn, which is pretty decent for the future. I wanted to give him like pretty good rolls because there's probably going to be like a Purgatory Barn and a couple of additional future versions that can use UR gear. So yeah, he's got some pretty nice stuff on him in all fairness, man. But the rolls do need to be sorted out a little bit higher. But at the moment, yeah, he's just not getting used. Also health set for Gil Thunder. Got a 4 attack and 2 crit damage. I'm trying to like build up these and engrave them a little bit more for the Lolly Merlin. So yeah, we're getting that ready. And then what set do we have here? We got Athena's set. We also have a set for Athena for I initially used, backline on certain teams. When Goddess Liz came out, we used like Athena in the back, Monspeed, Kyo, and Zeldra's team. That was really, really fun. Athena doesn't really see too much use nowadays, but I don't know, we might bring her back at some point for a bit of fun. Again, you are set for Monspeed, Levi, Jericho, and that is pretty much it. I also do have just a random belt I accidentally engraved on Zeldris, and we do have some UR belts for, Slater, and also Twiggo for certain guild boss stuff. So yeah, they've got a couple of pieces for Guild Boss in the past, but generally this is what my box looks like pretty much everybody's got like a 4 health, 2 defense set, and yeah, we always go for like the full upgrade on the belt, man. I try to upgrade every single belt over 5k in a bit, but I do need like more anvils to reroll base stats to get even higher box CC. But you can see here, man, there's so much general improvement that we could get in our box combat class. So for the box combat class overall, again, we are just over 6.8 million. I think we're kind of the gear and the way that I've got it set up at the moment and way that I'm trying to build it. Again, some of the bigger whales in my alliance, man, are going super sweaty on this and going full like SSR across everything, but I think I'm just going to go SSR belt and also bracer, and everything else R for the most part, because then you can re-roll the substats like really, really high. I would say R is still like so much more expensive in comparison to upgrading common pieces. So for box CC, man, I'm doing common on my free-to-play account, but on the whale account I can farm so much more gold to upgrade everything. But yeah, I just need like 3 billion more gold, I think, to sort out the rest of my box, and like 100,000 anvils or something, and then I think we can probably get to about like 8-9 million box combat class. But there's also like a few additional units coming out. You know, we've got like Red Easton, Green Valenti, also Lolly Merlin. We're probably gonna have 4 ReZero collab characters coming within the next a month and a bit as well. So yeah, there's a lot more stuff to get that box pushing up to about 8 million in the near future. But for now, that's pretty much it. Again, we've got like every single character, pretty much all the cosmetics as well. And for all like the mainstream characters and the big ones, we do have like pretty much everything fully maxed out. Like I've spent, especially preparing for the influencer tournament, man, I spent so much money just buying all the cosmetic upgrade materials. But nowadays, I would say I spend on average about 3,000 and a bit every single month. And also, one final thing, I just kind of loaded up a team which has one of my highest CC teams here. So a combat class food, lot of health sets. We're almost peaking on 290,000 combat class. So yeah, when 6-star Super Awakening does come at some point in the future, we are going to be able to get about 300,000 there. So we're not too far off. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you'd enjoy today's Global Whale Account Tour, and if you did, please do smash that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Aside from that, thank you all very much for watching, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.
You are not subscribed to the whale sin of spending? Who decided that? Subscribe now, or enjoy the bitter taste of regret.